planning your Thanksgiving dinner and I have no idea what to serve my guests, what are some good places to start? What are some good wines that pair with turkey, and then maybe some of taking into consideration all the other things you have with your Thanksgiving dinner?
Right. Well, first of all, I would the wines that I've chosen don't cost a tremendous amount of money. With our last splurge wine is a possible exception, so that's a consideration because you're serving a lot of people, and their attention span to whatever you're serving is probably going to be limited at best. I happen to love Chablis, which of course is the Chardonnay grape. It's the '08 vintage, is fantastic. This producer William Fèvre is just a fabulous Chablis producer, and the wine is very findable. So it's the Champ Royal William Fèvre Chablis, $18 a bottle, and it's not the big, rich, buttery style Chardonnay. A little cleaner, brighter, more minerally. Has a really nice acidity. So I would start with that, or of course I'd start with something sparkling. And again, as much as it's a festive holiday and worthy of something sparkling, I probably wouldn't do champagne, but I would do a really brilliant cava, and this is actually the Raventos cava. It's from a very small family-owned cava house. It's a very creamy style of cava, really food-friendly, but it also has a really beautiful acidity, and it's about $18 a bottle. My third wine, again, even less than $18, this is the Thierry Germain Domaine de Roche-Neuve, and this is from Chinon in France, in the Loire Valley, the Cabernet Franc grape. It has really bright acidity, really bright fruit. It's a fairly light, supple red. So again, the key to this being acidity. You want wines with acidity because you think about Thanksgiving and all that goes into that. It's pretty big, pretty fatty, intensely flavorful food. So you want something that's not going to compete with that, but sort of going to, sort of ride on the top, And then last but not least, because of course I have to have an American wine. It should come from one of America's best winemakers, which is Jim Clendenin, and Au Bon Climat, which is from Santa Barbara. His 2007 Pinot Noir. Just a dynamite wine. This will cost you a bit more, so this is about $50 a bottle. So you might want to have this perhaps with just a few people left behind that help you clean the dishes or something.
So one of the things you mentioned when looking for a good Thanksgiving Day wine is something light, something that's not heavy, and something that won't compete with the food.
Exactly.
What are some of the other varieties of grapes someone might consider that aren't in our small group here that you might want to be looking for?
Zinfandel, if it's not one of the really big, ripe, super alcoholic zins, something maybe that's a bit more refined. You could go to other Chardonnays. You could go to Semillon too, which is not a grape that's seen very much. Also, Chenin Blanc is the grape of the Loire Valley, is fabulous because you have the richness and weight, but also really bright, cleansing acidity. And acidity is key. No matter what wine you choose, you want wine with good acidity because again, it's about cutting through all the the richness of the feast.